Welcome to Therapy Through Cards. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at how is spirit about to change your life. So we are using 3 piles today, not 4. I just felt really drawn to just making it a little bit smaller, this pick a card reading, and using crystals, not my little intuitive pocket bags. But I will be giving you guys little intuitive messages throughout your readings. So if you guys don't know how I work, I am highly clairsentient, which means I read the energies of the cards. I have the other clairs as well, like clairaudient or clairvoyance. But mainly my strongest gift is feeling just the energies of the cards. It's almost like they come to life. So use your intuition, guys. Choose the pile that you're drawn to. And that would be the pile with your messages. So let's get straight into it. If you guys choose pile number 1, we're going to start with you. How is spirit about to change your life? Pile number 1. Let's see. So what I'm going to do, pile number 1, is I am going to get a number of cards, okay? So that's why I'm called Therapy Through Cards, because I don't like to just use tarot or just use oracle. I like to get all the messages from different types of cards, okay? So because it's all about the connections of the cards. You know, you could just get one card that means something, but if you get 5 cards that mean the same thing from different decks, it's just the best way to have a conversation with spirit and for spirit to give you the most correct, precise messages that you're meant to hear. So part number 1, what I'm going to do, you chose this beautiful crystal. I'm feeling immediately like you are in a very good place in your life already. That's the energy I get. It's almost like you are maybe on the right path. You are heading in the direction that makes you feel secure and safe. I am sensing that, you know, when you have a feeling that you're meant to be where you are, and there's a lot of anticipation for what's to come. So that is really exciting. I think you may not know exactly everything that's about to come into your life because you just can't predict that, but you know that it's going to be good. It's like this, I'm getting for your pile like an anticipation that is good. It's like, yes, everything that's going to happen to me is, I just feel it. It's good. There's good things coming. So you may be in that energy because I'm sensing it for you. And you are correct. There are good things coming for you. And this reading is about how is spirit about to change your life. And I think the cards are really going to be quite specific for you, which is interesting. Because there's a directness in your energy. It just feels solid. It's like no uncertainty. There's a certainty that you have, even if you don't know exactly where you're going or who you'll meet or who will help you get to where you want to be. You know that you are looked after and that spirit will guide you to where you need to be. But there's a sense of enjoyment. So you're already enjoying your life in some capacity. And I wonder exactly whether the cards will let us know what that's about, what you're enjoying. I wonder what area that is. It could just be that you're happy in yourself or you're working on yourself. Spirit's just channeled to me that there is this sense of maybe enjoying your self-exploration in some way, doing personal development on yourself. There's that sense, but you enjoying what you discover along the way about yourself. So self-growth is really big here for you. I haven't even touched your deck and I'm channeling. So let's get into it. Let's get all your cards. Spirit, how are you changing pile number 1's life? How are you changing pile number 1's life? In what ways? Okay, so Spirit said mega attraction. Okay, so there is going to be maybe you're going to be more seen. You're going to be... people are going to be attracted to you in some capacity. It's it could also just be your attraction to something that fulfills you. There's this deep fulfillment, Spirit just gave me this image of a wishing well. It's almost like all your wishes are going to come true. But it's a sense of wishing. You guys are in a state of, I absolutely adore this. I really, really do. You need to stay in this energy, by the way, but I think you know that. You are very aware of your vibration. You're very aware of the energy that you put out there is what you get in return. And you're constantly fine-tuning the way that you think, your vibration, your alignment with spirit. You know that you have to take responsibility of how you are emitting your energy in the world. There is no blaming on other people. That you take complete responsibility for yourself and your energy, and I absolutely love that. So you're in charge of weaving your destiny, part number 1. And spirit is, oh my God, I just saw what came out. So there is so much for you to look forward to, and I'm basically just getting your energy and the energy of your future. So the energy that these changes are going to make in your life. I'm just trying to make sure that these cards are they're all aligning perfectly. What else, Spirit? What else can you tell me? For pile number 1. Okay, so the changes are going to happen pretty quickly. It's interesting. I kind of think the cards are going to tell us the exact changes, but I'm just getting... Sometimes, mostly Spirit will do that, is give me your energy, the way that it's going to come in. What other energy, Spirit? Oh, this is something. Okay, so when I know that it's a real channel, it'll come out of nowhere. And Spirit just said to me false promises. So I know that it does sound quite negative, but with the false promises, I honestly think that's something that is going to change. Okay, this is powerful. This is coming through and I absolutely adore it. So maybe there were some promises that you failed to make to yourself and commit to in your life, and that is changing. Spirit is making you dedicate yourself and follow through on your promises. Because it was interesting when I first tapped into your energy, there was this assuredness and there was this just knowing that all your wishes could come true, even if you don't exactly know well, I think you do have some desires and you do have some goals and some dreams that you'd like to. It's almost like Spirit's giving me you have experiences that you want to experience in your life. You may also have some goals, but I just totally lost my train of thought. What was I meant to say, Spirit? So interesting. When I get so many channels at once, I just go blank. Okay, so, oh yes. I got the vision of a long road. It's actually a intuitive card that I own, and it's just over there on my couch. But it's funny how Spirit will give me cards from different decks that I have that I actually haven't pulled for you straight away. It's almost like I'm getting your cards just in my mind. I'm picking your cards in my mind that you can't actually see. I should go and do that. I should just sit here and meditate and be like, okay, Spirit, what cards do you want for pile number 2? And then they'll all pop up in my mind, and then I should just go and collect those cards and put them here. Wouldn't that be an interesting way of doing a reading? But yes, so going back to that road. It's a long road. It's like a highway, and it's just this long road, and the scenery is exactly the same. The road's exactly the same. You don't know what's at the end of the road. It is a road that represents a journey. It represents just consistency and being persistent and enjoying the journey as well. But it's a long road, so you have to be in it for the long haul. And I am definitely sensing that Spirit is what is about to change in your life is you dedicating yourself to keeping the promises that you once made for yourself. Because it's hard to follow through. Things get in the way, you know, maybe we don't believe in them enough, or there are some other circumstances or outside influences that just make it hard for us to commit. So keeping your promises is going to be big, and I think that's really going to achieve a lot. Look how bright these cards are. Isn't it magnificent? I love it. And I was about to say I don't have any tarot, but I do up here, and it's interesting because they're faced up, and I'll get to why that is important, having cards that are faced up. So you are on the road to success because you're keeping promises to yourself, pile number one. And sometimes it takes us a while. Sometimes it takes us a couple of times to really get us into gear, to really pursue something and commit to our dreams, not someone else's. And this is definitely about your dreams, okay? It's about your life. It's not about anyone else's life, especially for you guys. So I'm excited. Let's get into it. So pile number one. How is Spirit about to change your life? Let's have a look at the cards that are faced up. So when Spirit does that, it means that those cards want to be seen first. I call them the pick me cards. So you have about 3 cards that have faced up, and they're amazing cards. They're big energies, I would like to say. So let's have a look. We have the 6 of Wands. And this 6 of Wands is wisdom of experience, and it has a lady blowing out candles on a cake. So what was I saying about making your wishes come true, or just knowing, making a wish and a wishing well, and holding that energy of belief and faith, and knowing that even though you cannot see the outcome or the destination, that you know that you're going to get there and that you're going to have it. I love it so much. It's like an elevated vibration. It's like when those people do manifestation and you just wanting to stay in the lived experience as if it's being experienced right now. Living in the lived experience. That's big for you. And doing that is going to change everything. So you're making a wish, and with the 6 of Wands, it's about success. It's about recognition. It's about being victorious. And the cake, it's always about celebration. So you'll have so much to celebrate. But I'm also looking at the card that's next to it, which is the Judgment. Okay, so the Judgment, it says specifically on this card, putting the past to rest. So no more living in the past. Something that is maybe keeps coming up in the present, that is a part of your past, is no longer going to basically shadow your present or your future, which is really nice. Maybe there could have been, I'm trying to figure out exactly maybe what keeps interfering your presence that maybe in the past. I just feel like it is about you and possibly not being able to follow through on something, or it's not even that. I think you can, but it's giving me this energy of not putting as much energy as you, or effort as you know you could have, or you could do. Okay, there's a little bit of a half-ass, or it's a little bit of a maybe not even knowing how to, which is interesting. Maybe sometimes when we don't really know exactly what the steps are to take, it can put us in this energy of focusing more on the past, because the past is what's familiar to us and the future we don't exactly know. But you're getting really good at not worrying about how you're going to move forward. So moving forward is huge for your pile, and facing the unknown with a positive mindset, very big here. But with the Judgment, okay, you're not just putting the past away, but you're learning from your past with the wisdom of experience, okay? So you're going to be learning through experience. And I think this is a piece of advice for you. Learn through whatever experiences come through. Whatever it is, whether it's negative, positive, uncomfortable, whatever it is, it's there to teach you something. Because these lessons will help you become victorious with the Six of Wands. And it's interesting with the horned cactus. That cactus is a very uncomfortable looking plant, isn't it? It's like, it's spiky. It's going to prick you. And it's so interesting. It's almost, Spirit is giving at me this channel of every time you prick yourself, know that it's a resource for you. It's resourcefulness. It's not an ouch, oh my God, let's just self-pity myself and give up. Okay, so every time you get a pinch or something isn't going your way or it hurts or it's tough, you're not going to act the way that you did in the past, which was, oh, okay, this is getting a little bit too tough, I'm going to stop, or I'm going to give up, or it can't do it, or it's like a pinch, it just ouch, and then that discomfort stops you. So you're going to get through that. You're going to be able to withstand this horned cactus. He's going to become your best friend. If you could become best friends with this horned cactus, you deserve the Six of Wands energy, which is success. It's recognition. It's being, it's being admired by other people, isn't it? But it's because you've learnt your tough lessons. And I love that. So that is how Spirit is changing your life, through you learning from your past experiences and using them as lessons to move you forward towards success. So let's get some a little bit more. If you've been having trouble with letting go of the past, that's going to change with the Judgment. Because look at it, putting the past to rest, which is nice. If you want something to go out of your life, if you want something to no longer haunt you or keep coming up in your life, these could be people, I definitely feel like it's people. You know how people from the past can just keep coming back to us, and when we just want them to leave us alone, that's definitely something that is going to change. Just because you're growing, you're learning, you're knowing what is meant for you on your path, what you will allow in your life, you're definitely going to be putting up boundaries. And Spirit is telling me to turn this card over. So these two cards are my center cards. They are dominant energies in your whole spread today. I'm so curious to see what they are. So let's have a look. Pile number one, the Nine of Wands. I love it. Nine of Wands have been coming up in my readings as well quite a bit. He's you know what? I love all the tarot cards, and for so many different reasons. But the Nine of Wands has such a fond spot for me in my heart. I just think we can't get anywhere that we want to be if we don't endure this Nine of Wands energy. The Nine of Wands energy is stamina. It is standing those tests and those trials to know whether you're worthy of this success, whether you want it that bad. And I think that's basically why this card is here. It's like, specifically this Nine of Wands, this man has a bandage around his head. He has basically fallen into this cactus and he's still standing. He's still standing to fight another day, because he knows that it's just going to make him stronger. It's just going to help him move forward. It's just, I love this. It's interesting because I'm reading what it says. It says, need to take a step out of the situation. So you guys may need to see a situation from a different angle. Okay, so with this Nine of Wands specifically, and especially because it's in the center of your reading, okay, it's surrounded by all these other cards. It's not by itself, isn't it? It's almost like Spirit saying, okay, can you just remove me and put me over here so that I can not have to constantly protect myself from all these energies, so that I can just recover, so that I can just take a moment to breathe. He is constantly on guard, the Nine of Wands, constantly, okay? So you may want to just take some time out from I honestly do feel that you have a busy schedule. You have a lot going on in your life. And yeah, you may just need to make some more time for yourself, to take a moment to not constantly be doing things all the time, you know? So let's have a look at your astrological card. I'm so curious. Oh, you have the sun in Cancer. Okay, so, and look what it says. Focus on your home and love. So how is Spirit about to change your life? Okay, so you may be a sun in Cancer. Or you may have Cancer in your chart. But this particular energy is centering around your home life. So your home may be greatly about to change. Okay, your environment. And it's interesting how Spirit's saying focus on love, on home. And it's a 4, okay? So the 4th, when I look at 4, I think of the 4th house. And the 4th house is ruled by Cancer. And it is about firm foundation. It is about having a solid foundation. It is about your relationships at home. So your relationships at home could change. Your priorities at home may change. You may have more of a focus at home, wanting to be at home more, wanting to be around those that you love. There is that emphasis, okay? Cancers are very nurturing as well. And it's interesting with the 9 of Wands. It's like you need to step out of the situation. Maybe it's like take some time at home, be at home a little bit more. Or it's kind of giving me that sense of being, okay, I don't know if you already do this, but there is this such protective energy because Cancers are very protective. Cancer's ruled by the crab, right? And the crabs have a protective shell. They are so protective of their home, their family, their loved ones, their security, their comfort. So what may change is I'm almost feeling like sticking up for people, your family members, or showing your family members how much you appreciate them. They're going to be heavily involved as well because it's family. Family is a big value for you at the moment. Let's keep going. I want to do this card. Interesting. We had this in another reading. It's so funny how similar cards keep popping up in my YouTube videos, but they're different topics. So we have the Dust Devil moving out of stagnation, which was so interesting because I was saying, part number 1, that you are going to be able to keep your promises. And I think you will, oh my God, we're in a desert. There's a very bland, like a very rural kind of environment, which is dry, and there's just this level of I have to survive in an environment that's tough. So guys, if your home environment has been tough, that's going to change. Okay? So maybe you're making sure that you have an environment that is safe, that is not this desert, dry, tough energy. You're making sure that you are planting a foundation that things can grow, that things can turn into something that is lasting and something that you appreciate and love and want to be involved in, okay? So your future is really highlighted here. And with the 6 of Wands, you'll get through all this, okay? You'll be unstoppable, honestly. Those 3 cards are just such tough energies and it's awesome. Okay, let's keep going. Productivity, beautiful. What was okay, you're going to be more productive. That's how you're changing. And it even says productivity. And I always think the bee is a hard worker. So if things are being stagnant, you may have more energy and more motivation to tackle harder tasks. That's big. That could be changing. If things have been slow and stagnant and not moving, then that's shifting as well. That's changing. But just don't give up with the 9 of Wands. Let's keep going. The goddess, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So we have wisdom twice here. You are this goddess. Okay, this is interesting. The spirit just told me that this is basically, remember when I was channeling your energy, you were just feeling so good. You were knowing that all your desires could come true, even if you're not there yet. Keep in this vibration, power number 1, because it's just the life force that is going to lead you to everything that you desire. You may be very in your feminine energy at the moment, or wanting to express that, because there's this contrast here with the man, with the masculine, tough, withstanding really harsh conditions, to this luxurious, feminine, beautiful, soft energy. Okay, so it's interesting, that contrast. Let's keep going. Let's have a look at your other archetype, the Hermit. Oh, beautiful. So, okay. Lovely. So it says, seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. So it's interesting how it is connected to the home. Oh my God, guys, I have to show you this. Can you see the color synchronicities? It's really interesting. Okay, so home is going to be massive focus for you. You may be just needing to be at home in order to focus on your inner world. Look at this. Okay, so this is a home. Beautiful, right? Then we also have a home here. It's the outline of a house. So being at home, okay, having a safe place is going to change. Maybe to enhance your creativity. With the Hermit card is a really introspective card. To understand yourself deeply. Especially with all this wisdom, and especially if you're going through this judgment, which is about releasing the past so that you can move forward. She's climbing upstairs as well, which you see in a house. So let's keep going. Let's have a look at this card. Karmic lessons, peer pressure, moral codes. Okay, so I love this. Karmic lessons. So you're learning your lessons. This does look a little bit like a wheel, like the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, you have elephants on this card. Elephants are also, they are so ancient and they hold a lot of wisdom as well. You know what the elephants also symbolize for me is like a long journey that is like not easy. So you're learning your lessons. And I said that before, and you have karmic lessons. So that's changing. And we have peer pressure and moral codes. So what I'm instantly getting from that is you're not going to be so easily influenced. You're not going to be so unsure of yourself that you need to follow someone else's quest or someone else's expectations. No, this is completely about you going on your own journey and being successful with whatever you put your mind to, because we have the productivity here. You're going to be moving out anything that makes you feel stuck, especially if it's coming from the past. People are no longer going to be influencing because you are so much aware of who you are and what you stand for with that 9 of Wands. I love it. You may also be teaching people at home. It's interesting because it's coming through. It's almost like Spirit is saying, you can help other people understand that they don't need to be pushovers, or that they don't need to have to meet other people's expectations. The Hermit is so nice. I keep getting drawn to the Hermit, okay? Because the Hermit is doing his inner work. And the synchronicity with these two cards. Hermit is Virgo energy. You may be Virgo. It's so lovely. Okay, so pile number 1. I want to get just a few more cards. Just a few. Where are we going? Where are they? Okay, so let's get you some intuitive messages. And we are going to get you some little ones as well. Okay, Spirit. What changes are coming into Pineapple's one's life? How is Spirit about to change their life? Okay, whoa. But you know what? I'm going to do it. Okay. We have, oh wow. Okay. What was I saying about that cactus? That cactus is just an annoying pain in the ass, isn't it? Okay, so we have lies, all right? So you're no longer going to be believing people's lies anymore. I think that's what you're going to be putting into the past with the Judgment card. Judgment is also really, I feel like it connects really well with that Hermit energy. Hermit for me is that self-development. It's that connecting to who you truly are and that inner compass and never letting that go, never letting that stray. And it's really important to connect with that space within. Okay, this is huge. Wow. Okay, so when we talk about your home and having that safe environment, it's not just a physical place where you need to feel safe. It's almost, you need to feel safe within yourself anywhere you are. That's huge too. So we have lies and we have pain. So, and then we have the pain you feel is what you need right now. Accept and feel those emotions. You'll be okay. This pain will help you grow. Yes, that's what wisdom is all about. That's what the Judgment is all about. That is what these karmic lessons are all about. You can't have any sort of insight or realizations or growth or success with this 6 of Wands without having to go through pain or trials and tribulations and all that kind of stuff. So just know, and I think you already are knowing, you already know this and you're already doing this. It's what you need right now. It's kind of like, that's where this Hermit energy comes in. It's okay, I'm accepting it right now, and now I'm going to feel them, and then I'm going to release them, and now I am growing. So massive growth for you guys, massive. Okay, so go meet some new people. Someone wants to meet a person exactly like you. Okay, so there's someone out there that wants to meet you. Yeah, how interesting. And they're just like you. Maybe they're going through a similar life path as you, or maybe there's some sort of similarity. Okay, let's get to your little intuitive messages. Okay, I'm just going to pick out a few. Oh, wow. Okay, so when I get the Married card, it's, it doesn't have to be literal married. It's commitment. It could be, maybe some of you guys are getting married with the Sun in Cancer and laying a firm foundation with someone, but I don't see another person here. Usually in the cards, there'll be like a representation of a counterpart or someone that you will marry. Here, I'm kind of feeling like it's you being committed to those wishes that I was saying at the beginning of your reading, to something that you want to be committed so you can move out of that stagnant energy. You can become more productive. And it's only because you're transcending this pain and these dark forces here. I love it. Like, you are kissing your pain so that you can become stronger and more, and have more understanding of who you are. It's lovely. I love it so much. Yeah, so just know that whatever pain you're going through or whatever feels so dark, it's to teach you something. It's to get wisdom, especially with the 777. 777 is an angel number, so you may be seeing 777, or 777 for me is that this is very much spiritual. And I felt that with you, especially with this Hermit card, okay? So you may see 777, or it's just that's the path that you're on right now, especially if you've got the dark forces and judgments and going through such a self-development phase in your life right now. And it makes so much sense with the crossroads. So it's interesting because I said that I saw a long road, but you just didn't know where it was going. So being more comfortable with the unfamiliar, the unknown, and knowing that even at you're in this in-between space with the crossroads, that you will get to where you want to be with that 6 of Wands, and you will. Okay, you will be victorious. Just keep keep going with that 9 of Wands. I love that 9 of Wands energy for you. It's stamina, it's perseverance, it's you know what it is? It's tests and challenges. But it's almost like you have fallen down and you're getting back up one last time. And then that final time is what leads you to this 6 of Wands and basic, like, massive change in your life. And we have talk it out. Okay, so this talking it out could be part of your purpose or what you're here to do. I am feeling like it is communication in terms of finding this person that wants to meet you. Really interesting. I wonder who this person is, Spirit. Could we just get a little bit of information? Let's see. Who's this person that they're meant to? We know it's like you. I just want to see what energy comes out. So, because this will be the energy of them. I know it's someone like you, but, oh, okay. So, yeah, it's someone new for sure. They may have an Aries sun. Okay, but they have faith, with the leap of faith. I'm also dealing with the dolphins. They're quite fun, you know, they're fun and young maybe. They don't hold on to things. They don't hold on to grudges. They're like the opposite of this judgment energy. They're kind of light and fun, and just, it's interesting because I'm channeling this energy and it's like anything is possible. And you need those people around you. Okay, pile number 1. I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, if something resonated, please leave a comment. If you guys want to see any of my future videos, make sure that you like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in a future reading. Okay, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. I love this energy. I'm so drawn to it myself. So there may be some energies in this pile for me as well. So we're looking today at how is Spirit about to change your life? And you chose the Pyrite, which is about success, abundance, just a burst of self-esteem, which we could all use in order to add extra, for us to go after things and believe that it's possible. So if you guys don't know how I work, I'm highly clairsentient and I read the cards. The cards come to life. In your reading, we're going to be using Oracle, Tarot, and Intuitive Messages. So let's tap into your energy. Let's see, what does Spirit want to share with you today? Spirit for pile number 2. Okay. All right, yeah. Anything else just before I explain what you're trying to say to me? Okay, guys. All right. I'm already getting some channel messages for you. And I'm going to just try to make sure that they're all laid out properly. Yep. So first and foremost, I did get a bit of Spirit just immediately gave me the energy of someone that is going through shadow work, doing their shadow work, exposing their darkness in some way. But it's not coming out of nowhere. You guys are actually doing the inner work. You guys are trying to better yourself in some way. And I think this is what's actually going to help Spirit make the changes that you need. So you're doing this shadow work on yourself, understanding what needs to be shown the light, not being repressed or masked or unrecognized. This is going to lead Spirit making big changes in your life. So you're already doing that yourself, actually. And I just got a ringing in my ear. So well done. It's not easy. It's not easy to be doing shadow work. And especially willingly. Like, this isn't stuff that's just come and you've had to deal with it. You're doing it yourself, which I am so inspired, and I look up to you for doing that, because it's not easy. I'd rather not do it personally. So it doesn't mean I don't do it, but it's not something that we just want to go and do for fun, do we? No. And you guys are doing that. You're making sure that you're you're building yourself. There's some sort of building yourself in order to be who you want to be. That's the energy I'm getting. So you're shifting and changing your identity. That's definitely coming through. That's big changes that's gonna happen as soon as you start to do shadow work. You will change once you become aware of yourself. Also, another possibility is that you work in the field of shadow work. Like you actually help other people face their shadows, face their darker fears, or their uncomfortable stuff that they don't want to deal with. Okay, maybe there is some sort of, you work in that capacity. Maybe it's just your presence. You know, oh God, I just got like vibration on my watch, so that definitely confirms me. You help people face their shadows even if you don't intend to. It's just the person you are. You're really interesting. I'm just gonna hear tarot. You are, it's so fascinating. You know those people that we meet and we encounter and they kind of like leave us feeling a little bit out of place or questioning ourselves because their presence is very triggers us in some way. So you actually may trigger other people's crap. Yeah. Which is so fascinating. So I'm trying to figure out how this all links to your changes from spirit. Because it's almost like you help change other people. And it's not on purpose. It could be with the work that you do. But I think it's just your personality. And your ability not to be afraid. I think you're very, very brave, power number 2. You're brave. Maybe you've been through some hard times. You are not afraid of darker aspects of existence. You're comfortable there. And I wonder why. I'm so fascinated by that. That's what I want to know, but I probably won't know. People know that they don't mess with you, or they just, okay, so when people meet you, there's a way that they feel they feel superior with you, even if you don't mean to be. They feel like their insecurities just come out all of a sudden. And it's not because of you, it's because they haven't addressed certain things within themselves, and you have. That's a possibility. So there's that triggering that I'm getting here. Which is fascinating, because we're all talking about how is Spirit about to change your life? We'll have a look at the cards, but what else, Spirit? What can I get? Oh God, there we go. Wow, and your cards are coming out. And I'm going to have to put them. Can you see them? Yeah, okay. This is so interesting. I love this. Look at that Queen of Swords. There you go. That's that authority energy. That's you. My ears are ringing really weirdly. So it's like a ringing, constant ringing. Usually it just rings for a bit and stops, but it's keep ringing. My left ear. So, wow, can you see the 10 of Swords? That's that heavy shadow work that you unintentionally do. I'm just wondering how all this is about to change your life. Spirit, how is all this triggering other people's fears or insecurities helping pile number 2? Okay, so you know how I was saying, guys, that you maybe not be, you don't really realize the effect that you have on other people. So that's changing. You're going to start to realize something. Maybe realize how powerful you are and how your presence impacts on people. This Queen of Wands, she's probably my most powerful queen in terms of truth, in terms of realizing harder truths. So you do that naturally, but it's coming to terms of realizing the advantage of this. There is something here where you decide to capitalize on this natural skill of yours. That's what's changing, maybe. Or, okay, that's interesting. You may see the impact and the influence you have on other people, and someone may come to you, okay, and be like, hey, you're really good at this, or how did you make me see my problems really clearly, or how did you have that kind of perspective on my life, because it's shifted everything. There's something that you do that you're not aware of, that you become aware of due to someone's feedback. And this is interesting with the Six of Cups, because the Six of Cups is such a different energy to the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Swords. It's this comforting energy. It's this, and there's all these hands on the cups, hands, and then there's love. It's the energy of a fond memory being kept in someone's heart. It's also the energy of fond childhood memories, just things that you did as a child that you enjoyed. But I don't sense that's your energy. I just sense that this is people keeping you in their hearts, even though there's so many swords. And I'm not saying that you don't have a heart or anything. God, no. But that Queen of Swords, can you see her? She's not interested in getting in her emotions. You may be an air sign, by the way, just because the Queen of Swords is an air sign. You don't have to be. But I'm just getting this sense of you becoming aware of your impact and your presence, and that's going to change your life, okay? You may be getting some insights or some feedbacks due to this Six of Cups energy, which I think is the people around you being thankful to you in some regards, showing their appreciation. This could be stepping up and leveling up and expanding on your skills, taking them further. Or what's changing is just that recognizing in yourself that, hey, wow, this person just realized a profound realization about themselves. And look how much it's transformed them. Oh my goodness. How can I profit on this? Like, even seeing her that, she's just like there with her hand and she's like, yeah, okay. Wow, that was powerful. Okay, let's get your tarot budget lessons. 5 of Coins. Yeah. So you're going to think, like, how can I monetize maybe some gifts that you have or some skills? Maybe you're trying to do that. I think you will. Like, guys, if you are doing a job or you're in some sort of role where you're not fully using the capacity of your natural talents, that's changing here. I honestly feel, I know that the Five of Pentacles is a card of lack. But with the Queen of Swords, it's like, how can I turn this lack into riches? I'm going to keep going, and then I'll come back to the Deer Spirit. Oh, interesting. And look how they seem to be so similar here, aren't they? The colors are so similar. And the eyes, they seem so similar. It's like small, dainty kind of animal energy. And it is so, look at this. The Deer Spirit, bring a gentle touch. And then we've got the Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things. Okay. So these cards are representing basically how you are. I don't know why, but I just feel the Six of Cups is just such a connecting with these two animals. Just the same energy. So, oh, far out. Okay, guys. These are those people. These are the people that you have helped with their shadow work. Wow. It's so interesting how Spirit will do that. Like, honestly, certain cards will become those people in your lives. You're definitely the Queen of Swords. That's you. And there's other people, even though they're animals, okay? But it's just Spirit's telling me that. Let's have a look at this card. The Gift of Solitude, warm my heart. Oh. She's wearing white as well, okay? She's wearing white. So is the Queen of Swords. This is called color synchronicity. I will always pay attention to the colors that are matching on different cards. You are warming people's hearts. And I'm also sensing, you know how I said you do have a heart? There it is. There it is. There's the heart. These are both representing you, and that's your heart. It's just not. It's just your the way that you express your emotions and your affections it's just in a different form, okay? It's not overly affectionate or loving, or that's just the Queen of Swords, you know. She will be loyal and devoted to you and help you realize certain truths about yourself. And I love it because she's in the snow. It's just a very kind of isolated, bleak, cold, but penetrating energy. It's almost like I'm about to shiver with intensity with these two energies here, and it's brilliant. So there's something about executing something very, very well through a skill or a talent or an observation. So that is how your life is changing. And it's interesting because we have animals in the distance over here. So I think there's other people that you've really, really managed to help. And this, okay, you're thinking, okay, well, I don't work in a field that allows me to help people face their darker aspects of themselves. But this could just be in everyday life that you do this without even knowing, okay? And then you're going to suddenly realize, hey, this is what I'm here. This is what I'm here to, this is how I help people. Let's have a look at your zodiac sign. This clips in Virgo. Reorganization. And it says, oh, I love this. Okay, so eclipse, it's all about change, okay? Change that comes in unexpectedly. It's an intense energy, and it's in Virgo. Virgo says, choose duties and responsibilities carefully. And the Queen of Swords does things carefully. You know, the Queen of Swords is very calculating and does have a sense of hidden motivation and reads between the lines, okay? There's this air energy tied with this Virgo energy, which is like very analytical and attention to details. So I don't know what I'm getting, but I'm just getting this sense of you taking on a responsibility that you haven't done before, and that's how your life is changing. Okay, so you're going to be given a duty, realizing that you have a duty through this natural ability of yours, and then taking on that responsibility, but doing so in a way that is, God, it's just impeccable. There is this energy of being already really, really good at it and having to kind of skip certain levels to get to mastery, if that makes sense. So if you've just realized that you have a gift, okay, or a talent or a skill, and you think, oh, I'm such a novice, I haven't had years of experience, it's going to take me a while to get to the top. No. You are going to accelerate to the top of whatever it is that you're good at, and other people may not like this, but a lot of people are going to respect you and appreciate the change that you make in people's lives. And it's huge. It's really, really huge. It's huge. So we have 30 and 30 and we have 29 and 30. So guys, Spirit speaks to me in number sequences. And so it means that these two cards are connected through the number sequence going up. So 29 is first. So you may realize this skill or talent or aspect or influence that you have through being alone. And then bang, it's like, okay, I need to reorganize my life. You may have to make some changes in your life due to this duty, this responsibility that you take on. Because eclipse is change. It's change. It's change that comes into your awareness really quickly, or your life. I think it's like this flash of you connecting the dots about how you impact on people, and then bang, coming up with an idea which takes on this different responsibilities in your life, or this duty. Let's have a look at this card here. The Knight of Cups. Oh, this is definitely a person. Sometimes. Okay, so cups, knights can represent offerings, they can represent energies, or they can be people. I feel like this is a person. And it's really interesting because it says a young man to 25 years needing more confidence. What was I talking about? This is about facing insecurities. Maybe there is this person that comes to you for help, and it's almost like, how can I increase my confidence? And then bang, you just know exactly what that person needs. How to increase their confidence and their self-esteem. Helping other people have more confidence in their life. Let's have a look at this tarot. Oh, wow. It's interesting because you have a continuation. You have the Four of Pentacles, and then you have the Five of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is steady progress. So I am sensing that money will definitely come to you, okay? Because of the decisions and even attending to the small things, being really meticulous and intentional, and just really super on the ball. Like, the Queen of Swords doesn't miss anything. It's almost like, especially with Virgo energy, there's a lot of freaking, I'm just getting like Mercury energy here. So you just can piece up a situation and you know what's missing. So you basically have the missing piece for a lot of people. I know that's very, I'm speaking quite metaphorically, but you're just becoming this authority figure, guys, okay? This could just be you planted in deciding that you have this skill and talent, and then you throw yourself in this different role. Very interesting. Okay, let's get two more cards, because these are your archetype cards, Spirit. What Are you about to change your pile number 2's life? Oh wow, that's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. Oh wow. Oh, I hate, okay. So guys, if you don't know how I work, I will instantly, when the cards turn over, I'll get like a channeled energy of the cards before I actually know what they mean or what they say. So it's just like this intuitive channel of the energy of the cards first. So immediately when I looked at that card, I was like, oh God, okay, blah, blah. Didn't like it. And it's interesting what it says because I'm reading it now. Confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. What was I saying? I was kind of saying that you are helping. Was that at the beginning of your reading that you're fully kind of already quite have high self-esteem? So this is you helping other people. That's seriously, like you are so empowering. And I always think that is the Queen of Swords anyway. So we're talking about, I kind of really want to read this in its shadow attribute because that is what I was sensing at the beginning of the reading. You help people expose their shadow parts of themselves. And let's just read the shadow. It says, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. So you're going to help people not be so codependent or dependent on other people in order to be happy. Which then ultimately boosts our self-esteem, doesn't it? When we don't rely on other people. Because if we rely on other people to make us happy, our expectations will get crushed constantly. This is probably one of my biggest lessons and probably one of my biggest lessons I've ever learned in my whole life. And I think it started when I was like 14. I will disclose this actually, just because it helps give my point across. So I used to be really reliant on other people, just expecting, people to meet, to deliver on what they say. You know what I mean? And get really excited and everything. And then when they would not follow through on what they were saying or were going to deliver, I would just get crushed because my expectations were so like put on them. An example would be when I was young. So when I was 13, I would say 13, 14, I just had all this like, with this particular person, when they called, I was waiting for them to call on the phone and, say, oh, come over, or I'll get back to you, I'll call you, and we can make plans work. And when they wouldn't call back, or when they would say, oh, I want to hang out with you, I'll call you, and they never did, I would be crushed. I would literally be so upset and in despair. And then from that moment, I thought to myself, oh my God, I'm never going to put my expectations on other people again. Okay. So if people want to say that they are going to basically lie to me, okay, or not follow through on their plans, I don't care. If it's not going to affect me, yeah, okay, they're going to say they're going to do something and they're going to do it, whatever. That has been the most freeing effing thing in my whole life. To this day, I still reflect on it, and I was like 13, 14. So never, ever rely on people to keep your happiness or to, you know what I mean? I know that I didn't explain that really properly. I think you get the gist of it though. That's the kind of vibe here. I think that's what you're helping other people with. We've got the dilettante, delights in the arts without having to be professional. What was I saying, guys? This card is immediately like what I was saying. You have a skill or a talent and you don't need to wait till you need to perfect it and have years of experience. You can seriously be an overnight success with this energy. The headiness inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. You are, okay? I know the headiness has a different vibe to the Queen of Swords, but you this is the energy that you help people indulge in that hedonism of like loving themselves, of knowing that they only have themselves to rely on, and how freeing it is. So that's amazing. Let's get your intuitive messages. You have so many. So Spirit, how is Spirit changing pile number 2's life? In what ways? We've already spoken about a few, but sometimes the intuitive cards give us like extra messages. Wow. Like, I feel sick in my stomach, but in a really good way when you've realized something that is so powerful and transforms your whole life and it still sticks with you. Okay, Spirit, just let's do one more. Okay, pile number 2. Let's have a look. We have you are special and unique. Yeah, you are. You really are. And I think you help other people realize that as well. Writing communication, that would make sense with the air. A lot of air here. That could be something that you're good at. Could be something that you realize, I want to start a blog, or I have a really good way of, I have something that I want to contribute through writing or through communication. Empty. Oh, I get a really good feeling with that, don't worry. Okay, so empty. Empty. Okay. So Spirit just channeled with the empty card that when people are around you, they somehow have to empty themselves. And I think it's that in relation to, because when I look at the empty card, it just gives me this feeling of emptiness, or this having to face something within yourself that makes you feel empty. Because sometimes, what do we do when we feel a little bit empty or a little bit flat, or not getting those endorphins that we need? What do? We become the hesitant, and we just seriously indulge in coping mechanisms. And I think with the Queen of Swords, you help people face or realize their existential angst, okay? And if you don't know what that means, it just means that basically we are nothing. I know that sounds really bleak and sad and horrible, but basically we cannot be completely full if we are not the other contrasts, okay? Because we are always comprising of polarity in our existence, guys. So we cannot feel happiness if we don't feel sadness. We cannot be completely full if we don't feel empty. So you may be helping people understand the polarities of their emotions and balancing that out for people. It's interesting. And there we go with that authority. So your increase in reputation and popularity, that's going to happen for sure. Especially if you get a queen, right? That's, you're a queen. That's reputation. Let's have a look. You have a good reputation, so don't worry. Sometimes I don't know whether the queen can have a bad reputation, especially the swords. Okay, let's get your small intuitive messages. Commitment. Beautiful. Okay. Breakthrough. Wow. You're committing yourself to something, which then turns into a breakthrough. It also could be that you're helping other people have their breakthroughs. There's that male that's coming in. Honestly, I just definitely felt that was a person. We also have writing. Wow, that's double confirmation, guys. Look at that. Writing is huge here. You may have a skill and undiscovered talent of writing. Let's get one more. One more final message for pile number 2. Scorpio. Okay, and Scorpio is an intense energy. You may Scorpio, there are so many traits that Scorpio represents. You could be attracting a Scorpio, but I definitely think it's just the energy that you're vibrating on, okay? it's intense, it's transformative, it's doesn't mind digging in the dark, if that makes sense. You know, it has to go through dark times in order to transform, because that's what Scorpio is all about. But it's also about revealing things that are hidden. I am sensing with the Scorpio. I just channeled that. So you will be revealing things that are hidden to people's consciousness or awareness, and it could be doing that through writing or But pile number 2, I'm going to leave your reading there. Wow, what an honor to do your reading. I feel so like I just feel honored. Some readings do that to me. So you're amazing. You're amazing. And soon you're going to find that out. You're going to find out why you're so amazing. Okay, so if anything resonated, feel free to leave a comment. I love to hear your feedback. If you guys want to see regular videos like this, just make sure that you like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in another reading. Okay, let's go to our final reading, pile number 3. Welcome. Okay, so what is Spirit about to change in your life? Okay, we are going to be using intuitive messages, Oracle, and Tarot. There is going to be so much that we are going to explore. I am feeling a little bit drained from the other pile, but don't worry, the more I tap into your energy, the more my energy will shift. Because I'm highly clairsentient, I read the energies, they consume me. It can become quite a exhausting experience, to be honest, but I love it. So don't worry. It's you'll see how my energy shifts once I get into your energy more. So let's do it. Let's see, how is Spirit about to change your life? Okay, Spirit, let me take a breath. Whew. All right, let's do it. Let's get into pile number 3. Oh, for pile number 3, how is your life about to change? Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, I got a vision for you immediately. Someone drinking water, like drinking a bottle of water, being really thirsty and drinking. I know some of my visions will be very random, but they all make sense as we further go connect everything together. But there is this sense of looking after yourself, looking after your health. You could become more, I'm just trying to figure out whether you're exercising and that is making you want to drink more water, but we'll get to the water. What else, Spirit? What else? What changes are happening to Spirit from pile number 3? Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Okay. So Spirit is telling me that you will find out some news. There is some sort of communication coming for you. It's something exciting. I saw your parents, or I know that everyone won't resonate with this, but someone's parents is involved and they're with you when you get this news. I am sensing an environment change, a lifestyle change. You may have to leave a place once you reach this news. There's that kind of sense of, happened in another reading, the same energy. Just once you get this news, you will shift location. That will be for some of you. What else, Spirit? Okay, so Spirit just told me that you are beginning a journey or a phase in your life where you're going to be putting a lot of hard work in. Maybe this comes through this communication that you get or that you receive. I'd love to see what the cards have to say. But there is something about I think you've been waiting for this, okay? I think you've instigated it. Sometimes it can be communication that comes out of nowhere, but I'm sensing that you've put the effort in and now you're waiting to hear back from it. Okay? If not, there'll be something that you take action on and then you just wait to see what comes of it. Why am I getting you another one of those cards? You already have that, but I always just intuitively shuffle to get your cards. What else for pile number 3? Yeah, Spirit just said rebooting your life. Rebooting. Kicking yourself into gear. Interesting. Sudden shifts. Sudden shifts. I am so interested to see what your cards have to say. Pile number 3. Let's have a look. Let's get into it. I really want to get you some more cards, but I honestly can't fit any more in the camera, can I? No, don't worry. We're going to get heaps of intuitive messages and little intuitive messages for you to see, but I'm going to get you one card that's going to be really important for you. We're going to use it out of this tarot deck. So Spirit, let's see. Pile number 3. How is Spirit changing their life? Let's see. Let's get some more information. The Tower. Okay. Yeah, wow. Okay. So the Tower, look at it. It says discovery, change, and adjustments. It's interesting because the whole reading is about change and you got the Tower. And it's funny because usually Tower moments come unexpectedly. And I was saying that this is something that you have initiated or instigated in some way. You see this change coming. And it's interesting because the girl is looking at the Tower. She's like, okay, yeah, I know that this change is going to happen. Okay. But it may have to... You may have to make some adjustments, yeah, for sure, in your life. And I wonder what those adjustments will be. We'll have a look. I wonder exactly maybe what this Tower moment will be. We'll see what the other cards have to say, but it's your main energy, and I'm just going to put it up here. You won't be able to see it, but it's sitting there. So let's turn over your cards. Let's get more into your energy. It's interesting because I'm not getting that many channels for you. I think I will, as I kind of look at your cards and really some piles are like that. I just some piles I can instantly connect with. Some it may take longer for me. Some may just not I may just not resonate. I may not be able to. So let's have a look. Oh, I love this. So this card here is basically the equivalent of the Fool in tarot. If you guys know tarot, Fool, it's like a new beginning. It's a young energy. I do get that you may be young, don't have to be, but with the innocence, it's like, okay, there's this new change that I'm about to embark on, or new journey, or newness in some fashion. Okay, could be to do with this communication. I'm just going to turn over all your cards. I'm sensing that for you guys. We also have the Generosity Maple Spirit. I'm not sensing it's your energy. Not that you're not generous, you are, but there is going to be someone in your life that's going to be generous to you. And I just got my watch vibrating. It's a call. Someone's trying to call me. So someone's going to be generous with you. And then we have happiness. So it's going to bring so much happiness. Happiness. And by the way, these two cards are my center cards, and they are... Oh, there's the bird going off, and you have the blue bird spirit right now. And birds represent messages, which is interesting. I always think that. And we have a bird in a tree. So... And the maple spirit, and this tree is a solid tree, right? It's a firm tree. So I think this generous person is, it could be the communication they give you. Yeah, it's going to make you really, really happy. So this change and adjustment, this yeah, we'll have a look. There are so many possibilities. It could be moving somewhere, or starting a new course, or changing a job, or deciding to go a different direction in your life. Something new is about to start nonetheless with this card here. We have the eclipse in Libra. Ooh, let's have a look. I don't usually pull this card that much, and I am taking notice of the faint rainbow in the background, and eclipses are also always about change anyway. Usually unexpected change, which makes sense with the Tower, but I still feel like you had something to do with this change. So reevaluate your relationships, justice and fair play. Eclipse in Libra, rebalance. So you may be evaluating your relationships, or your relationships are going to change with the Tower, especially here with the adjustment and the rebalance. There could be new relationships coming in, relationships that are just so much healthier for you and better for you. You could be meeting new people. A lot of people are involved here, I'm sensing. You may have to, if you move location, or if there is some sort of new scenery, you will meet new people anyway. The relationships are really important, and that will help. I think that's what Spirit's changing in your life. You have the Ascension Flame. Look at this. Liberation, a sense of greater purpose, high expectations. Wow. So a greatest purpose. Liberation. Oh. So this rebalance, this adjustment is just part of your ascension. And I think these connections and these people that are coming in, or there's just people, I feel like they are going to serve you in your greater purpose. They're going to help you. Let's keep going. I want to know. Oh, wow. You have the King of Swords. Okay, so I think that is a person that's coming in. Sometimes, usually, these people will be you, or the people that I'm reading for. But I am definitely sensing that this King of Swords is possibly this generous person that's coming in with the communication, or the news that sets this Tower emotional, this change, or this discovery, or this pushes you to adjust your circumstances in some fashion, but it brings you a lot of happiness. Let's have a look. Let's keep going. Cosmic Gateway, insecurities, connection with others, refocusing. Wow, so we have connections with others, and it's so interesting that the colors that represent on these two cards are connected. I call this color synchronicity. Can you see? Like, they're so beautiful. They're like the similar colors. So look at this. Connection with others, refocusing, rebalancing, having more harmony in relationships. Taking connections to the next level is also possible here. I'm also sensing with this King of Swords and this Innocence card is like King of Swords could be a teacher, and you could be a student if you're learning, if you're studying, if you're about to go on another course. I don't know why I said another. Maybe some of you guys are changing your study in some way, or I just feel like this person is really going to be influencing you. Your relationship with this person here could be professionally, it could be through your study, could be a mentor. It's just something like that. Really interesting. Pile number 3, we have a death. Wow. So death is a massive transformation, and look at that. But it's with the happiness card. If you guys don't know, the center cards, they are the cards that are the biggest energies. I call them the center cards because they have the dominant energies, and my ear is ringing like crazy. So, oh my God. I just noticed that the color of the bird is the same colors as the female. Can you see that? Red and blue, red and blue. So this is definitely you, and this is definitely this messenger. The message that is going to be given to you, or something with this king here. This is so fascinating. And this death card is Donnie Darko, and he's quite young, isn't he? Death just means there's possibly a phase that in your life that is ending, so that a new phase can start with this Fool. So you're transforming. Something is dying. Something is gone. Something is going out of your life because of something that you've discovered, and then you have to make adjustments, possibly from this news that I was picking up on in the channeling. Let's have a look at your other archetype card. The child wounded awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. Opens the learning a path of forgiveness. Okay. So immediately awakens the compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. I don't sense that you're there yet to help other people learn how to heal their wounded childhood issues, because I kind of feel like maybe you're still learning to work through it. Because I'm just sensing you're still quite young. I know if you're old, then maybe you are at a place where you are able to help others heal their wounded childhood issues. But ultimately, when I look at this card, I kind of think that's what you're going through. And that's why you have all this emphasis on healing relationships and making sure that the relationships within your life are healthy, that are going to be just important. And the connections that we have in our life, they help nourish us, they'll help bring us up or bring us down. And with the death and the child wounded, I'm just totally feeling like you're just transforming pain into power. Yes, 100% here. But you're going through this transformative phase of maybe understanding who your true friends are, or what relationships you value or you want in your life. And I think that's where massive adjustments are going to be made, just because relationships are really emphasized here. And we have the Ascension Flame, which is gorgeous. You are ascending. You're ascending in liberating yourself. For some reason I felt, liberation. So you're liberating yourself from maybe some past relationships that are not you don't want to take anymore. Maybe, okay, so I'm also sensing here, because this wounded card has a lot of red and yellow as well, which is kind of the same color as the Tower. You may recognize, okay, this is interesting. Channel just came through. Is some of you guys don't maybe have no one in your life, or you don't have many connections, or people that you look up to, or people that can help you out, people that you want in your life, or the type of relationships. That's coming in for you. That's changing. It's such good influence for you. Let's have a look. We have the Two of Swords, peace and harmony. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm having to make a decision, but it's also about peace. And I definitely feel like it's peace in your relationships, in the area of, and I love it, because reevaluate how are your relationships right now. Some of you guys may want different types of friends, different types of people with different values or different outlook on life. I am also sensing, guys, that at the beginning of the reading, I was feeling that there is some physical change as well. There is some physical you relocating or having to move, or yeah, that could definitely be for some of you. I just still holding on to that energy very, very strongly. It could even just be moving out of your family house if you still live at home. It could be, yeah, it's also could be embracing relationships that may be a little bit scary and unfamiliar, and they're a little like unusual, and you feel a little bit misunderstood or uncomfortable. You don't fit in because it's not what you were brought up with, or the usual kind of relationships that you're used to, basically. You know what I mean? And that could be something to adjust to. It's like, wow, okay, these people are they're acting in such a sophisticated way, and they have their shit together, and they are positive, and they actually like me, and they believe in myself. They're not treating me like crap. And you're just like, oh, okay, so now I have to adjust to this. This is big with eclipse in Libra, rebalance myself, and ultimately will make you really, really happy. But I also feel like with this death card, it's about having to walk away from some relationships or cutting some relationships out of your life, so that you can feel a lot more happier. Okay, let's get some more information. I want to get one more archetype card for you. What's some other archetype energy? The Mystic. Okay, gorgeous. So you may be quite spiritual. You may be very spiritual, basically. The Mystic card is, look at this, reveals an intimate union with the divine. Yeah. Maybe that's what you've kind of resorted to because the other relationships in your life may have been a little bit just not your cup of tea. You're a very interesting energy, pile number 3. Let's get some intuitive messages. What's about to change in their life? Any other messages? How is Spirit about to change their life? Okay, I'm just going to get a bunch. We're going to get 4. We're going to see what else, Spirit. We have Spirit wants to thank you for your bravery and doing what's right for you. So there is something that you're going to be doing. It's going to require your bravery. I honestly feel like it's you cutting off a relationship or putting boundaries up, or especially with that King of Swords. This King of Swords could be an authority, could be a father figure, it could be someone that you don't get along with. It doesn't have to be. It could also be the opposite, which is like a mentor or someone that you look up to, someone that you want to be around, someone that feels like your father if you didn't have a father figure growing up. There is just that energy. But you're doing something brave, and Spirit is saying, well done, okay? Yes, okay. Spirit will do this to me. Spirit will put a yes or a no next to something that I say, and it's confirmation. So yes, okay? Yes, confirmation. We also have dead end. I love that with the death card. So something is no longer going to be helpful for you. It's no longer going to go anywhere. And that's where this Tower comes in. I think you realize that. You realize, okay, this relationship isn't going to go anywhere, or this person isn't going to lead me to where I want to be, or if I stay here, I can't get ahead. So I need to make some adjustments to move past this dead end with the death card. Start a business. Lovely. Okay, so that may be something. It's interesting because you got the Ascension Flame with the Mystic. I mean, that makes you definitely very, very switched on to your spiritual gifts, and the fact that you would be very empathetic. But yeah, maybe this offering is about starting your own business. Maybe you decide to do so. Maybe that's later down the track, especially with this child wounded. I definitely feel like you help awaken compassion and desire to serve other wounded children in some capacity. you may be there already, or that may be later in life. Maybe something to do with your business. Okay, let's get some little intuitive messages from my little bag. Spirit, what do we have? Blossom, we have feelings. Oh, so I love that with the happiness. So your feelings are there's going to be feelings of happiness, this change, this phase in your life, this new beginning with the Fool. I love it because when you get the Death and the dead end, there always has to be a new beginning. You can't just stay there. So that's why we've got that Fool energy, which is lovely. We've got Dead again. Wow. And then we have the good news. What was I saying? There was like some good news coming, some communication at the beginning when I channeled. So I honestly feel like there is this, it could be this King of Swords being generous in some manner. Maybe they have a solution or a offer or a way out of this dead end, like something that's already dead in your life, something that feels like it needs to go. This isn't a literal death, by the way. I hope you realize that. It's just something that no longer serves you in your life, and you need to move on to bigger and better things, basically. Okay? Let's get one more before we close your reading. We have forever lost. Yeah, there we go. So there's something in your life that is forever lost that you may not want to bring this circumstance or this person back into your life again. It's gone forever with the forever lost, especially if we have dead. It's just you are ready. You are ready to ascend with this ascension flame and not come back. It's almost like she's crossing her legs and she's like, okay, I'm no longer going to indulge myself in this energy. It's time to move on. That's the vibe I'm getting, pile number 3. And it's amazing, okay? It's amazing with this bluebird spirit and this person that is coming to bring you good news. It's almost like they're going to save you in some way, especially with the childhood wounded. Like maybe it was you that was wounded, and they're just going to come in and nurture you and help you and guide you, and just get this mentor figure, this figure that understands you, and you developing this relationship with them is so transformative. It's so with the Fool, it's like, wow, fresh air, like a whole new world you're embarking on. It's so exciting, but you will have to be brave. Okay, you will have to know and do what is right for you, not what is right for other people. So pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope you got something out of it. If anything resonated, feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to hear your feedback. Do like and subscribe so I can see you in my future videos.